Hello friends, good morning. Today we are going to learn or discuss the another topic, which is coordinate geometry. So first of all, I am just taking a revision so that you understand what coordinate geometry is. You actually know this thing. So you know that if we have a horizontal line like this, then we call this as a x-axis, right? And a vertical line crossing to that x-axis, which is always at the 90 angle with the x-axis, is called as y-axis. So its name as x dash, y dash. Okay, and this point of intersection of x and y axis is called as origin. Okay, now this x and y axis always divide a plane into 4 sectors. So quadrant 1, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Okay, you already know the sign of these things. So this system, this axis system is called as coordinate. Now why we need this axis system? So suppose I have a point A here, and if I want to know the location of this point, so we all have a home addresses, right? We have some landmark or some street name, house number, flat number, so that person properly can reach to us. So same thing happen with the points in a plane. Suppose this, if I draw this point A and I tell you that where is this A is, so someone will tell me that it is below the coordinate geometry word. So below, how much below it is, right? We cannot exactly locate it, and everybody consider it as per their own understanding. But if we have this axis system, what we draw here, then we can locate it exactly. So this point, we just say where it is on x-axis and where it is on the y-axis, or how much far it is from origin on x and y-axis. So this we indicate as x comma y. The position of this point we indicate as x comma y. Now this is the perfect location of point A. So suppose here I have 2 and here I have 3, then position of this point will be 2 comma 3. Okay, now nobody will confuse. If I ask you where is the point A, you will say it's on 2.3. So I'll just go and locate it. Okay, on x-axis it is 2 and on y-axis it will be 3. That's how we locate it. So this pair of this xy value is called as coordinate. It's called as coordinate. And the geometry related with these coordinate thing is called as coordinate geometry. Okay, so just remember, actually you people know these things already, so we are not investing much time into this. Now what we are going to learn in coordinate geometry is we are going to discuss about the slope of straight line and different formulas, different form of slopes. Also we are going to discuss the straight line and parallel line condition. So to understand basically these things, the first thing I want you to explain the concept of angle of inclination. Okay, angle of inclination. All right, this angle of inclination. So the angle, so suppose I have a horizontal line or x-axis and a straight line cut this x-axis not at 90 angle, because if it cut at 90 angle it will become y-axis. So suppose some line cut the straight line, like this, L be the straight line, this is our x-axis, right? So the angle of inclination is a angle which measure from positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so this is the anti-clockwise direction and this will be the clockwise direction. So if I measure this angle from this side, then this is the clockwise direction, right? And this is anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so angle of inclination is a angle which is measured from positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. So this is called angle of inclination. So actually, in actual, we are just measuring that how much above is that line, is this line from horizon or the straight plane. So suppose I place a pen like this. If I have a pen like this, if I have a pen on plane, then it's a x-axis or it's parallel to the horizontal. Sorry, I will place this like this. So this is the this is on x-axis or parallel to x-axis somewhere now. But if I just raise this pen like this, then it's somehow above the above from this plane. So I just want to measure that how much above is this from the plane. So that alternatively that become slope of that straight line. So we are going to discuss later it is, but just understand. So the definition of angle of inclination will become an angle measured from positive x-axis. So remember this word, positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so these two things are very important, otherwise the angle will not be the angle of inclination. Let's just see some more example and then we will move forward. So suppose I have some lines like this. So and I have another line which is cutting like this. So this is our x-axis. Okay, this is the line x. So this line x, we can measure this angle theta from here also, because this is the positive x-axis direction, and this side also, right? This is, so I'll just okay. So suppose I have a line like this, L, x-axis, y-axis. Okay, so now I can measure this line is cutting x-axis at two angles, this one and this one. Okay, so but if I measure, so I want to measure this angle from positive x-axis, right? So this is the positive part of x-axis, and if I measure it in this way, or I can measure it from this to this, from this to this, this is also positive x-axis, but this is the anti-clockwise direction, which is not our definition. This is the clockwise anti-clockwise direction, which is our definition, and this is a clockwise direction, which is not our definition. So we will not take this angle as an angle of inclination. We always consider this part, this side, as a angle of inclination, this theta. Okay, so this is called angle of inclination, and angle of inclination theta. So I hope you understand the definition of angle of inclination. Just remember that angle of inclination is always taken from positive direction of x-axis. So from this side, we always measure angle of inclination from this side. I'll just draw a line to take an example, and it is always measured in anti-clockwise direction. So in this direction, we are always going to measure angle of inclination theta. Now some quick fact from this thing will be, what will be the angle of inclination of x-axis? It will 0, right? So we can say that angle of inclination or inclination of x-axis is equal to 0. Second fact, what will be the inclination of y-axis? So inclination of y-axis will be 90. Okay, so now the first topic that we are going to discuss is, I'll just take the page here, that how we can calculate slope of straight line, by this angle of inclination. Okay, what is the relation between them? So the slope, and this slope is also called as gradient. Okay, this is a new word. So gradient is also a alternate word for slope. So the slope or the gradient of a straight line is always defined as tan ratio of angle of inclination. So if m is a slope and this is angle of inclination, okay, and if you take tan ratio of that angle of inclination, then it will give you slope of straight line. So suppose somehow you know, you measure this angle, okay, you measure this angle and you just take whatever value it is. Suppose it will come out 30 degree. So if you take tan of 30 degree, it will give you the value of slope of this line L. Okay, clear? Okay, all right. So for example, suppose I have angle of inclination theta as 45 degree. So what will be the slope of that straight line? That slope of straight line will be tan 45. So what is the value of tan 45? 1. So my slope of that straight line will be 1. Okay. Now I just okay, let's just move to the next topic. Okay. Now, so in next topic, I just want you to explain something more about this coordinate, or what we can collect from this coordinate information. So suppose I just have a straight line like this, L, let's just name it L, and only 2 points are given here. Okay, and its coordinates are also given. So I am just naming this point A, and its coordinate are given to me x1, y1, this point as B, and coordinate are given x2, y2. And I just want to calculate slope of this line, slope of this straight line. Now I don't have the information how to measure the angle of inclination, or anything is not given about angle of inclination. So how I am going to calculate slope by using these 2 point information. So this is also called 2 point formula for the slope. So I am just writing here. No, I'll not write here. So let's just I'll just draw a axis here. So this is the y-axis that I draw here, and this will be the x-axis. Okay, x dash, y dash. Okay. Now ultimately from the previous thing we know that what will be the, where is the angle of inclination? So this will be the angle of inclination. Measure from positive x-axis, angle between positive x-axis and straight line, the straight line, and measure from positive x-axis in a anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so this will be the angle of inclination, and we know that if we know the value of angle of inclination, then tan ratio of that angle of inclination gives you slope of the line. Okay, so now consider this scenario again. We just have 2 point and its coordinate, and we want to calculate slope of the straight line. So what will I do? I'll just indicate the values here. So this will be the, and now this line will be the parallel line to the x-axis, right? this is the parallel line to the x-axis. And what will be this value? This value will be y1, and this total value will be y2. Okay, but this value become y1 again, right? Similarly, this much distance is nothing but x1, and this distance is x2, right? This is x2, complete distance is x2. So now if this angle is theta, I am considering this angle as theta, then automatically this become as theta. Why? Because these two are parallel line and a line is cutting to this angle. So this will become alternate angle. Sorry. So these two angles are equal, right? Okay. So now you know that so instead of finding what will be the tan theta for this thing, so I'll just give a name to this point C. Okay. So now what will be the tan theta? What will be the tan theta by trigonometry law? Just tell me. So tan theta will be opposite upon adjacent. So BC upon AC, right? So BC upon AC, correct? And what is the value of BC? So this complete value is y2. We just subtract y1 from it. Okay. So what will we get? y2 minus y1. And what will be the value of AC? This one. I just want to calculate this much. So this complete distance is x2, and this one I want to remove from it. So this is x1. So x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1. And this is nothing but tan theta. But what is the tan theta? We know it is nothing but slope of the line. So slope m equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So this is the another formula, you can say, from which we can calculate slope of the line. So this is called 2-point formula of slope of the line. Now next I want to say, so 2 point. First we see that slope can be calculated from angle of inclination. So slope is nothing but tan theta. Second formula we just see that if theta is not given but 2 points coordinate are given. So but you need 2-point information for this formula. So slope can be calculated by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Difference between y coordinate divided by difference between x coordinate. Okay, great. So I hope you understand this. Now next I want to explain how to calculate or how to measure angle between two straight line. Okay, this is this angle is angle between x-axis and a straight line. Okay, x-axis and straight line. Now if two lines are there, suppose one line is like L and M. Okay, suppose this is L and this line is M. Okay, so these two lines are there and I just want to measure the angle between these two lines. I want to measure angle between these two lines. So how can I measure it? So we will just move to this topic now. So I'll draw a proper diagram so that we will understand. So I'll locate it on axis system. So I'm drawing x-axis and y-axis. X, y, x dash, y, y dash. Okay, and suppose I have a line like this. Okay, this line can lie anywhere. For simplicity, I'm just taking it on first coordinate. So first, these are the two lines. Okay, now suppose this is the L1 and L2. Okay, L1, L2. Now what is my target? I want to measure this angle theta. Okay, angle between two straight line. So I'll write here what we are calculating: angle between two straight line. Okay, two straight line, between two straight line. So now suppose this is the theta 2, okay, and this one is theta 1, so this become theta 1, 180 minus theta 1. Or let's just give the name this angle as theta 1 and just forget about this angle. Okay, theta 1. Alright. Okay. Now this become a triangle. So this is A, B, C. This ABC become a triangle. And this is the exterior angle, right? From the 10th or 9th standard, you know that this is the exterior angle. So what its value is? This exterior angle is always equal to addition of these two angle, remaining two angle. Okay. So from the exterior angle, so first of all I will just write the given information. So what will be the slope of line L1? So suppose I am just considering that slope of L1, we are indicating it by M1 is equal to tan theta 2, right? Tan theta 2. This will be the angle of inclination, and for this line, this will be the angle of inclination, right? Theta 1 will be the angle of inclination, theta 2 will be the angle of inclination for L2. So slope of L2, I am indicating this with M2, will be tan of theta 1. Okay, right? So from the angle of inclination definition, this is clear. Now in this triangle ABC, by exterior angle theorem or by exterior angle theorem, theta 1 will equal to theta plus theta 2. Okay, right? This theta 1 will equal to theta plus theta 2, and our target is finding this angle. So I am just keeping here. So theta will equal to, take this theta 2 to this side, so theta 1 minus theta 2. I am just writing it in a proper way so that you will understand it. So theta will equal to theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay. Now I am taking tangent to both sides. Taking tangent ratio tan to both sides. It become tan theta equal to tan theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay. Okay. Everything clear up to here? Now from the trigonometric formula or trigonometry thing, we already have an expansion of tan A minus B is nothing but tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A into tan B. Okay. So this is from trigonometry. So we are just going to take this expansion directly. So if I expand this using this formula, then tan theta minus theta 1 minus theta 2 will become tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2 divided by 1 plus tan theta 1 into tan theta 2. Okay. Now and here we have tan theta. Okay. Now what is this tan theta 1 and tan theta 2? Since these theta 1, theta 2 are angle of inclination, here you can see the theta 2 is angle of inclination for L1 and theta 1 is angle of inclination for L2. So from angle of inclination we know that what is the value of M1 tan theta 2, what is the value of M2 tan theta 1. Okay, so I'll just write value here, M2 minus M1 upon 1 plus M2 into M1. Okay, now since slope is always a positive number, so we always take a magnitude or determinant of this modulus of this formula. So basically what we want, we just want this M2 should be the greater value. Okay, so this formula we can write it as, we can also write it as tan theta equal to mod M1 minus M2 or M2 minus M1 plus 1 plus tan M1 into tan M2. So and this is nothing but the angle between two straight line. Angle between two straight line having slopes M1 and M2. Okay. Now some facts are very obvious from this formula. For example, what will be the condition? Okay, so if these two lines are cutting here like this, okay, and we are finding angle between them, right? This is L1, L2. Okay, now suppose these two lines are parallel. So how this line will be? If L1 is like this, then L2 will be the same like this, L2 here or here, okay, in parallel line. So they are not going to cut each other. So consider this scenario, they are not cutting each other. If they are not cutting, then what will be the angle between them? Angle between them is always 0, right? Angle between them is always 0. Similarly, if two lines are cutting each other at 90 degree or perpendicular, these two lines are perpendicular, so they were cutting each other at 90 degree, so their angle between these two lines will be 90 degree, right? So suppose in first scenario, if two lines are parallel, then what I am saying you, that theta will be 0. So from this formula that we have just learned, okay, angle between them will be 0, right? So I am just substituting the value. So I know that tan theta is equal to modulus of M1 minus M2 upon 1 plus M1 into M2. Okay, now just put theta equal to 0. Why? Because the lines are parallel, so they are not going to cut each other. So angle between them is always 0. So when I put this value here, what will I get? M1 minus M2 upon 1 plus M1 into M2. What is the value of tan theta? Tan 0. Tan 0 is equal to 0. So this side becomes 0. This side becomes 0 equal to M1 minus M2 upon 1 plus M1 into M2. Okay. Now when I will simplify it, what will I get? I'll just write it here like this, so we'll understand it. Okay. So now this is 0. Okay. So just take this denominator to this side, shift this side. So I'll get 0 into 1 plus m1 into m2 equal to m1 minus m2. So this is equal to 0, m1 minus m2. Shift this m2 to this side. So m2 equal to m1 or m1 equal to m2. So what is the m1, m2? m1 and m2 are slope of that two lines, right? So if two lines are parallel, then what condition we conclude? Their slopes are equal. So their slopes are equal, right? m1 equal to m2, or vice versa. Its converse is also true. So if slope of two lines are equal, then that two lines will always going to be parallel. Okay? If slopes of two lines are equal, then they are always going to be parallel, or if two lines are given parallel, then their slopes are going to be equal. Clear? Now suppose two lines are perpendicular to each other, then what we have concluded here? Here we have concluded that if two lines are perpendicular to each other, then angle between them will be 90 degree. So I am just substituting the value of 90 here in this formula. What will I get? I'll get tan 90 equal to m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Now tan 90 will be infinity. So undefined we cannot solve. I am just taking reverse of this equation. Suppose this is equation. So taking reverse of 1, what will I get? 1 upon tan 90 equal to 1 plus m1 into m2 upon m1 minus m2. 1 upon tan 90 become cot 90, because 1 upon tan theta equal to cot theta. Okay. So cot 90 equal to 1 plus m1 into m2 upon m1 minus m2. Shift this. So what is the value of cot 90? It is 0 again. Cot 90 is 0. This will become 0 equal to, just taking the page ahead. So 0 equal to 1 plus m1 into m2 divide by m1 minus m2. Now shift this to this side. It will become 0 equal to 1 plus m1 into m2. Shift this 1 to this side. Minus 1 equal to m1 into m2. So this become the relation between the slopes of two lines which are perpendicular to each other. So what we conclude, that if two lines are perpendicular to each other, then their slope, then product of their slopes equal to minus 1, and reverse is also true. So if you find two lines such that their product of their slope is minus 1, then we conclude that two lines are parallel to each other. So I hope you understand the concept of these things. These are very important and I want you to remember. So I'll just summarize what we learn in this lecture. So the first thing that we see is the definition of angle of inclination. Okay, and what is this angle of inclination? So this angle of inclination is always an angle between x-axis and the line, straight line. Okay, first fact. Second fact, it is always measured from positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, right? So in this case, this is also a angle which is made by positive x between x-axis and line. But why we are not going to take it? Because if we start measuring this angle, we need to go clockwise, which is not as per our definition. We always measure the angle in anti-clockwise direction. So remember the fact that angle of inclination is angle between line, straight line and x-axis. First fact. Second fact, it is always measured from positive x-axis. Third fact, always measure in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So remember this thing. Now next we see that the tangent ratio of angle of inclination gives you slope of that straight line. Okay. So we say that slope of line L or straight line is equal to which we always indicate by m. So m equal to tan of theta, tan theta. Okay. Now from this, if you know the slope from this relation, if you know the slope value and you just want to calculate angle of inclination, what you will do? You will just take tan inverse to tan to this side. So what will it become? Theta equal to tan inverse of m. Okay. If m equal to tan theta. Okay, so if angle of inclination is given, you can calculate slope. If slope is given, you can calculate angle of inclination like this. Okay. Now second thing we see, which is again an important, that if angle of inclination is not given, but 2 points on the straight line are given. So 2 point formula for slope. For slope. Okay. So suppose 2 points are given on the straight line. You are given the information of two line x1, y1 and b, x2, y2. These are the 2 points on the straight line and you want to calculate slope. Then slope will given by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay. This is called 2 point slope formula. Okay. The third thing that we see, the angle between two straight line cutting to each other is given by mod of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Okay, and from this formula we conclude that if two lines are parallel, this is the symbol of parallel. If two lines are parallel, then their slope is always going to equal, or if it is given that slope of two lines are parallel, then slope of two lines are equal, then that lines are always going to parallel. Second thing we see about the perpendicular thing, that product of their slope is always going to equal to minus 1. If two lines are perpendicular having slope m1 and m2, then product of their slope is always equal to minus 1. Alright, so I hope you understand this thing and enjoy the lecture. Now we will in next lecture we will solve the example based on these formulas. So till then, have a nice day. Bye.